Put these knees away. I'm live. Hi. Hi. Hello. Oh, hi, Trey. Haven't seen you. How have you been? Hi, Richie, Ebony. Hi, 119. Hi, Tim. Hi, Mulatto. I gotta wash my hair. It is a disgrace. Hi, Siobhan. We're live. Hi. There's like a delay. I don't know. It's been doing that in terms of like who's first. Hi, Umi. Hi. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Chris. Hangover. Hi, Sponge Dummy. Hi, Black Butterfly. Did I say hi already? I see you. I have cereal. Today we're watching Black Mama, White Mama, which is on YouTube. I have it on Vortex of Chaos, which I feel like is also how we watched The Arena. Hi, Queen. You didn't see us last week, Queen? You weren't here? Gosh, I need to wash my hair. Look at how it's sticking up. Hi, Brittany. Did you get your notification, Brittany? Just life, but everything's good. Good. Hi, Panda. Hi. Hi, Michelle's daughter. Oh, at the laundromat. Hi, Mar. Yes, I'm eating my cereal, Ebony. We're not about to start this today. Okay, good. Got your notifications? Good. Yeah, I never seen Black Mama, White Mama. This was another suggestion by Just Nickel. And then last week, other people were also saying they wanted to watch it. So now that's what we're going to watch. It is not old lady cereal. It is delicious honey bunches of oats. I don't know what just happened. It kicked me off. Can you guys see me? Oh my god, come on, YouTube. Get your app together. Get your app together. And kick me off. Can you guys see me? And it looks like it's frozen. If you guys are in the chat, I cannot see anything. There you are. Yes, honey bunches of oats. I see you said it was frozen. I'm back. Hi, Chow Chow. It is not old people cereal. Hi. Black Mama, White Mama, which was suggested last week. What? Oh, now YouTube gives a little welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Did you guys just see that? Hi, soybeans. YouTube is doing too much. Hi, Justin. Hi, Owen. Hi, Jaren. That's the first time I ever saw that message. It kicked me off just so it could give you all that message. Yeah, we're supposed to be watching Black Mama, White Mama. If y'all don't want to watch this, I have no idea what it's about. If it's something that's going to be like whack. Well, not whack, but if it's going to be like something that's going to piss me off, let me know. Honey Bunches of Oats. You remember when Honey Bunches of Oats first came out? Did it come out recently? Is Honey Bunches of Oats a new cereal? I started eating Honey Bunches of Oats because my favorite cereal was Raisin Bran Crunch. And they raised the price and I couldn't afford it anymore. And Honey Bunches of Oats was always on sale. It's always on sale. You can get 2 boxes for like $3. And it tasted similar. Cleopatra Jones. Hi, Roderick. Okay. What? You get a notification that you have enemies in the chat? I also get a notification I have enemies in chat since I blocked someone before. Hi, Real Trini. How is being a lawyer and whatnot? I never seen this, yeah. Honey Bunches of Oats is not old people cereal. Or if it is some delicious fucking old people cereal. If this is what old people are eating, sign me up. I just remember that Honey Bunches of Oats commercial with the black worker at the factory. I think that commercial still comes on. I like Cheerios. What she said, people said she smelled like cookies. Yeah, I remember that. People you block. We're watching Black Mama, White Mama, Roderick. Black Mama, White Mama is on YouTube. It's by Vortex of Chaos. Vortex of Chaos is Avatar, is Pam Grier, and I'm pretty sure we watched The Arena through Vortex of Chaos last week, so I think Vortex of Chaos might just like have all the old Pam Grier movies. I haven't actually looked at their channel, but I'm going to. What? Enemies in the chat? People you've blocked. Hi, Ellie. Old people know what's up. Old folks eat Special K. Ew, no. Grape Nut cereal is nasty. I've tried Grape Nut cereal. I tried Grape Nut cereal because I thought it was going to possibly be like Honey Bunches of Oats. It wasn't. It was not. And I thought it was going to be like Raisin Bran Crunch. They tasted nothing alike. Oh, wow, Xander. Hi, Just Nickel. We're going to do Black Mama, White Mama. It's on YouTube, which I know you know. We have not started yet. Hi, Monica. We'll start in how about 5 minutes? How does that sound? 5 minutes? Yeah. Monica, what are you cooking? Black Mama, White Mama. What's my opinion on the museum closing and Johns Hopkins purchasing the building? Gentrification is a hell of a drug. And a lot of the time schools are a big part of it. That's how they like started creeping up on the west side of Manhattan. Creeping up through Harlem and like Washington Heights. Columbia started buying all these buildings. Like extending their campus. Like stay in Midtown. What are you doing all the way up here? That's gentrification. You got food poisoning from Wendy's? Monica? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, it's alright. I mean, kids' cereal is good. But there's nothing in it but sugar. I'm sorry. If that makes me old, fine. How did you get food poisoning from Wendy's? Vanilla Special K with the almonds. Miss Flames. Raisin Bran Crunch. The Newseum. It's a news museum. Museum. Do I eat cereal with almond milk? I would like to. But it's expensive. I just use fat-free. milk. If Honey Bunches of Oats is for old people, who the hell is for Wheaties for? Ancient mummies. Monica, you got food poisoning. That sucks. Any bran or grainy cereal with almonds in it are good. I love frosted mini wheats. Captain Crunch be eating up the roof of my mouth. Somebody else, my client got food poisoning from Wendy's. So y'all trying to like really like get Wendy's out of here. I just got back from Cheesecake Factory. They had some really good breakfast tacos. What? I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory in years. Gentrification should be illegal. It should be. It's state-sanctioned violence. Just in a different way. You should go back and be like, that food made me sick. I want my money back. You should have sued. My bestie got food poisoning from Wendy's in DR. I remember when white people went nowhere in Harlem. Same. I wanted like almond milk. I really do. I mean, it just don't taste like... It tastes fine. To me, it doesn't taste like anything. It's exactly the same as drinking fat-free. It's like exactly the same. It's just... fat-free milk is cheaper. Cheesecake Factory brunch? I have never been to Cheesecake Factory for breakfast or brunch. Y'all talking about brunch and breakfast tacos at Cheesecake Factory? I've only been there for dinner. Never been to Cheesecake Factory? Do they not have it where you live? Roderick? Cheesecake Factory with the menu that has a never-ending menu book. Aren't white people trying to call Harlem Soha or some bullshit like that? I know they try to start calling Washington Heights like some Morningside. I was like, what the hell? Morningside, Inwood, Riverside. I was like, this is Washington Heights. Please stop it. Stop. This is Washington Heights and that over there is Harlem. Like, that's it. A Cheesecake Factory menu is a telephone book for real. Making carne asada tacos, so I'm prepping dough for the meat pies and meat because they have to chill. You just doing that for fun, for your own personal enjoyment? Or are you like going somewhere? Once that Whole Foods came up on 125th and Malcolm X, that was it. I had no idea Cheesecake Factory sold breakfast. Brittany, I never heard of this before in my life. I remember when I used to eat Wendy's all the time, spicy chicken sandwich and Baconator was life. My friend was just telling me that over the summer, Wendy's had like a spicy fish sandwich for a limited time that apparently was like really good. And I know normally in the summer, Wendy brings out that pretzel bun. I don't eat cereal anymore. Milk just doesn't work for me. I mean, that's what they're talking about. Almond milk and soy milk, like alternatives. And we couldn't have regular milk. I can only have fat-free or 1%. Like low fat. I cannot have just like regular milk. It will kill me. It will really murder me. Fiance used to work at Cheesecake Factory. I was getting fat off eating the chicken Alfredo all the time. The pasta at Cheesecake Factory is good. Like, that's just bomb. Wendy's fries are trash. I'm a new almond milk lover. The vanilla flavor is life. But you can't drink too much of it, Brittany. They say it's bad for you if you drink too much. Cheesecake Factory breakfast tacos are good as fuck. Oh, they have it? You just never been. You should go. Cheesecake Factory has a red velvet cheesecake that's amazing. I'm ready to start, y'all. I personally feel like the cheesecake, and I used to argue with people about this all the time when I was living in New York. I feel like the cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory is better than the cheesecake at Junior's. Like, the cheesecake at Junior's is supposed to be the best cheesecake in New York. And they act like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake is like shitty, you know, like chain. Cheesecake Factory is a chain. I'm sorry. Cheesecake Factory cheesecake is better than Junior's and like the little like mom and pop bullshit stores. I'm sorry. Their cheesecake is good. Somebody said Golden Corral. Oh my God. Golden Corral. I haven't seen one of those in ages. I haven't been to a Cheesecake Factory in over a decade. The desserts are great, but the food is mediocre. Somebody else had never been to a Cheesecake Factory. Hi, Raisy Crandom Girl. They just opened a Golden Corral up here in Poughkeepsie. I'd rather eat at home than there. Oh, you live in Poughkeepsie? My homie used to live over there. Well, up there. Coconut milk, too. Wendy's strawberry lemonade freezy is great. Use 2% milk, Michelle's daughter. You getting in life with that cereal? I want a bowl. I like Honey Bunches of Oats. I'm about to start this movie. Black Mama, White Mama, 1973. I'm watching it on YouTube. Vortex of Chaos. 1 hour, 26 minutes, 38 seconds. I'm playing it. Play. That cereal was bomb. Captain D's had some Nashville spicy fish and it was so good. What's Captain D's? You in Nashville with the Nashville's finest, Justin. I haven't had a good bowl of cereal in a long time. You gotta try Honey Bunches of Oats, Trey. Honey Bunches of Oats is the wave. Wendy's codfish sandwich used to be gold. Black Mama, White Mama. Most black people aren't supposed to drink milk. I've heard that. I've tried oat milk and have enjoyed it. Same, we were raised on fat-free milk, but it makes me break out. I can only do 1%, but I still don't drink it. I do almond, cashew, or coconut milk. I use lactose-free milk. Isn't, like, almond milk and stuff like that, it just comes from, like, you soak it. You soak it in water to, like, draw out the nutrients. And then, like, that's the milk, quote-unquote. I've heard it's, like, really easy to make. Which is also why I can't justify spending so much money for it. When I could just, like, stop being lazy and try to do it myself. Put it in a big-ass bowl. They got this Western music. Junior's is just okay. Cheesecake Factory's a little boosted. I can only eat a little slice of it. Women in prison. I drink the Silk unsweetened almond and coconut milk. Right, somebody was like, Golden Corral. Oh, yeah, you did say that this Wonder Woman looking white chick was in this movie, too. There go Pam Grier again, just looking bad as ever. That ain't right. Not that it's bad for you. Not that it's bad for you. Just everything in moderation. 119. Sizzlers. Oh, Lord. Golden Corral's cafeteria food. Only lactate for me. I get gassy as fuck with regular milk. Look at the women prison guards. Every time we watch one of these movies from the 70s, y'all, I'd be like, look at these outfits. Oh, it's definitely 1974. Look at this Rapunzel-ass hair this white chick has. I love the vanilla bean cheesecake, the Snickers cheesecake, white macadamia cheesecake are the best from Cheesecake Factory. I like just the strawberry. Plain strawberry. This chick needs a doctor. We already got a white bitch with an attitude problem. Fucking guard. These movies with these, like, all-woman casts where they show, like, women in positions of power acting a fucking fool are really interesting. Bitch, you got some penis envy. Cheesecake Factory Limon cheesecake is the shit. Used to stay in Golden Corral, and then I went one day and it was nasty. Nah, I never heard of Captain D's. What is Captain D's? These movies were also pretty diverse. I've just seen some Asian chick. Captain D. Oh, fast food, seafood, like Long John Silver's? I think I had this one the last time. This opening music is 70s as fuck. Yeah, Soak the Almonds. I love cheesecake. My fave comes from a diner called Gee Whiz. Cheesecake Factory and Junior's is just okay. Almonds are so expensive. They are. There go Pam Grier titties. Why the guards got these booty shorts on? Not that I mind. I like these guard uniforms. What is this? Oh, she's a peeping Tom. Oh, she's a creep. The guard. The lady guard. You can make basically any plant-based milk at home. Sizzler's still around. Her hair is so long. I would be amazed if they don't make that woman cut her hair. Come on, dressed with the back out. Somebody said Sizzlers. Damn, you took it back. I'd be like, get that cold ass water away from me. This shit like Orange is the New Black before Orange is the New Black. That guard gonna be a problem, I can already tell. Look at her creepy peeping Tom self. Oh, this bitch needs to get fired. The guard was checking Rapunzel out, just nickel. As we could see, she a motherfucking creep. I love Captain D's. They have them in Virginia. It's a fish joint. Captain D's nuts. Captain D's nuts. I think the guard was scoping old chick. Oh, yes, like a Long John Silver's. Pam Grier's hair is so cute. Okay, so I've definitely heard of Long John Silver's, but I have never heard of Captain D's. And I don't think I would eat at some place called Captain D's. Just, I would bust out laughing every time I went in there. They about to hear this bitch. She's getting mad loud. They about to hear her ass in the wall. Nobody wondering where this bitch is at? If she lusting already, the guard chick want Rapunzel. She wants Rapunzel, the guard. Long John Silver's is nasty as hell. The female guard is rapey. That guard is already being slimy. Brittany, we just started. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, look, the other guard bitch knows. She asked her, did she enjoy it? Keep it up and you'll go blind. With your let's be honest ass. Mulatto said, oh nah, she moaning. She doing too much. Yeah, they said that blonde ponytail, that's Rapunzel from Marina, and Pam Grier were both in this one. Hi, Clarissa. Eight minutes and 10 seconds I got, Owen. This is Black Mama, White Mama. Ow. Black Mama, White Mama. What you got beside your ass? I heard of Captain D's and Pop That Pussy by 2 Live Crew. Long John Silver's is awful. Long John Silver's is indeed awful. I could understand taking a peek if you're in there with them. Going out of your way to spy from a distance is weird. I think she's like a creep. I think she was like getting off on like the creepy aspect of it, of like being a peeping Tom. You know, peeping Tom's like part of what they like about that shit is that they're peeping. Like they're creepy as fuck, you know? Her gorilla means like revolution. Guerilla. What's this about? Fast food fish place? It's a no for me. These restaurant names are so cringy. Long John Silver's is ratchet. A Fish and Chicken Land? That's the name of the restaurant? Fish and Chicken Land? No, I've never been there. Yeah, Owen. Okay, so I googled Captain D's and it's southern based. I thought they were nationwide. I have also never seen a Captain D's in New York. Excuse me, so yeah. And I don't know, DC's weird. Like, we have some southern stuff, but not all. I'm not that big on fish unless it's sushi. Speaking of, I got a rainbow roll. It was $20 for 4 small ass pieces. I was pissed. You gotta be careful sometimes when you're ordering sushi. You have to like really pay attention. Is this the guard? This bitch really thinks they are at motherfucking sleepaway camp. What does the guard have on? She got her hair down with a little clip in her hair, trying to have a drink with Pam Grier. Talk about something. We got off to a bad start this morning. I like Pam Grier's haircut. I've been thinking of cutting my hair short again. Like short, how it was. Girl, I'm not having no drink with you. Long John Silver's and Captain D's. Pam is actually wearing a bra for once. Fish and chicken spot by. I wouldn't mind taking a peek, but going out of my way to spy is real weird. They fake sleep. Sleeping with the bra on, I remember those days. Yo, this lady is like mad, creepy, and rapey and aggressive. I'm actually really glad that they're showing women that are acting like, women that can act like this. Because it's some creepy ass bitches out here in these streets that we don't see enough. When I go down south, I hit up Bojangles. That shit makes Popeye's taste nasty. When I ate meat, I really enjoyed Zaxby's. She put her in an arm lock. She put her in an arm lock. She tried to slap Pam Grier. Pam looking at her like, bitch, if we was outside, I'd whoop your ass. Sounds like she's trying to sweeten her up. This guard is ready. Pam's face is so pretty. Look, there she go right there, Pam. I'll kill that bitch. And I'm sure by the end of this movie, Pam Grier will kill that bitch. So she sounds so good right now. She put something in that drink. Trey said, I want to go to this prison. I don't know anything about this film. I've never seen it. Pam Grier is the top billing though, so she's the first one that's listed. Doesn't McDonald's have a McFish sandwich or something? Now that's something I wouldn't trust. McDonald's has always had the fillet of fish. Well, they got them working out in the field. Have a drink. Nah, don't sip that. You are so right. Bojangles is the shit. They're blueberry biscuits. I seen this movie when I was like 12. It was weird. The guard is a predator. Look at her eyes. Yes, women can be predators. This is a power trip. She's bugging. Hi. What? Brittany, where you work at again? Why you feel like she low-key stalking you? Chicago in the building. She got them out there working and like with their asses out. Yo, this lady guard is a creep. A real creep. She did that slave master's wife victim complex violence with a side of tears. You saw that, right? Mulatto, she slapping the shit out of Pam Grier and then she start crying. Talk about why you leave me alone with the prisoner. Bitch, what? What? Ho? You posted on Facebook? Every time I go to lunch, she's close by or staring at me out the corner of her eyes. She's a status 119. What's she crying for? White girl tears. Do something wrong, then cry. She crying because she couldn't exploit Pam. This. Ew, she banged the guard, Rapunzel. She gonna oh! That's it. Now this bitch is about to fight. Now she crying because she couldn't exploit Pam. This female rapist guard is crying, playing the victim, white woman tears. Crocodile tears. Ew, killer Pam. The fillet of fish is the bomb. The fillet of fish at McDonald's, where they at the Philippines. It looked like it, right? It looked like they were in the jungle. For real, everyone talks about how rapey white men were during slavery, but white women were too. Damn, I'm hungry as shit now. Did she do the Gina Rodriguez tears? What? They locked them in this fucking box? Naked and call it the oven? Oh, they're trying to kill these bitches. Yeah, this has to be somewhere in the Pacific Islands. And they have to lean against each other. They can't touch the wall because the wall's hot as hell. What the fuck? Pam Grier with the logic. Rapunzel was like, I just want to get out of here. Pam Grier was like, bitch, that's cool. Just don't put any more weight on us, ho. Like, we're not trying to do your work while you off fucking the guard, bitch. So that you don't have to work. Nobody signed up for that, bitch. They put their dog tags on their heads so it wouldn't burn. Did she do the Gina Rodriguez tears? Not to be that girl, but their prison uniforms are cute. Right? I was like, these guard uniforms are all right. I like these prison outfits, though. They're cute. Cat fight. Hey, bitch. Oh. Oh, I used to work for Bank of America. You know, at Bank of America, we couldn't sit, Brittany. We used to be like, but the bitches at Chase get chairs. But I was a teller. You're not a teller. I know you said you do like loans and mortgages and stuff. I remember you saying that. We used to be like, the bitches at Chase get chairs. Why don't we have chairs at Bank of America? Why do we have to stand the whole time? They used to be like, sitting is not professional. We used to be like, what? Sitting is unprofessional? But Chase is right next door and they have chairs. Like, what? Oh, she really want a piece of Pam Grier. She just touched her ass. Oh, this white lady too much. The brunette is like, bitch, you're trying it. Bitch, you're trying it. Right, look! The brunette bitch just said, you're asking for it, ho. You asking for it. Pam Grier gonna whip your ass. Bang is a colloquialism, and if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine, but I said what I said. Thanks, bye. Those teardrops are dry as a desert. The time check, Ebony, is 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Somewhere in the Pacific Islands, they're locked up naked. The hot box has to be considered torture. They put their dog tags on their head so it wouldn't burn. Torture sauna. Couldn't sit. That's ridiculous. They make y'all stand the whole day. That's fucked up. Yeah, it was like too much. They tried to make us sit at my old job. It increases productivity. They said that it was just, they were like, oh, sitting makes it look like, I mean, we're not working. They were like, if we're standing, it gives the appearance that we're like, you know, we're up on our feet. I'd make the guard think she was gonna get some and then whoop her creeper ass. Yeah, they're definitely like in the Philippines or something like that. What do these license plates say? See, this is like the guerrilla tactics. These are like guerrilla tactics. Oh, you said sit. I was like, sit. They tried to make us stand at my old job and increases productivity. Yeah. Something like that. That's what they used to say to us. They used to be like, oh, you know. I don't know who made that up. That's some bullshit. Oh, you took a picture? Oh, it's in Vietnam. Yeah, keep taking pictures, Brittany, and keep, like, monitoring it. Oh, are they killing her? They're choking her. Are they gonna kill her? Customers don't really care about that. Then they want you to be cheerful the whole day. Fuck out of here. If we had more than 5 people in line, we had to stand. Yeah. Because they'd be like, oh, standing. What is that movie? Where the fucking prisoners escape? Oh! They killed the brunette. They shot her ass. What is that movie where the prisoners run away shackled together? Oh, brother, where art thou? That's what that shit just looked like. This is the most random setting. Why is it set in Vietnam? Customers don't really care about that. Then they want you to be cheerful the whole day. Fuck out of here. If we had more than 5 people in line, we had to stand. I mean, if no customer is present, I hope they get rid of that whole can't sit thing. My ass would have been out the window. Are they in the Philippines? Somebody said they're in Vietnam. When I worked at Kroger, we couldn't stand at the register during downtime. We had to stand at the end and bring people to our line to check out. Can't sit, can't drink water. Gave my bosses the foulest Snoop Dogg look. Choke that hoe. I think they killed her, mulatto. Hi, we're watching Black Mama, White Mama. 24 minutes exactly. They just got away. Being forced to stand in order to be more professional or productive is ableist. Plenty of folks can be those things and more from a seated or assisted position. Ooh. Ooh, she's yanking her ass. Listen, bitch. These bitches are chained together. Ooh. Ooh. Pam Grier be giving it to these people. We damn sure couldn't sit at Walmart. I will have to sneak off to the bathroom just to sit. We sit at my job, but they do encourage us to stand up often. Damn, brunette. That's what it is, right? 119. Oh, brother, where art thou? That's what that should look like with the two bitches running away, chained together. How y'all gonna fight? Y'all are chained together. Like, neither one of you are getting anywhere. Damn. Pam Grier just slapped the shit out of that bitch. Twice. Why do Pam Grier slaps always sound so good in these movies? Like, as if she's really slapping these hoes. Like, it be some weight behind them slaps. Pam and Rapunzel together again running. I think this movie came out first. She gonna kick you in the head, white bitch. I think this one came out first, Mar. I worked at Kroger too. Yes, they want you on your feet all day. Hi, Gary. They want to control your body at these jobs. Listen, bitch, you could stick that up your ass. You heard her? Like, y'all just fighting just to fight. Neither one of you are getting anywhere. I've had jobs where water or no drink was allowed at the workstation. I worked at Kroger, Publix, and Walmart. Retail grocery stores are trash places to work. Damn, so I'm supposed to die of dehydration in the name of capitalism. Kroger here in Texas was a good job, though. They provided us with free water. We got lunch, often from the deli and the bakery. I loved it. Damn, I felt that slap. These old school tactics need to go anyways. No sitting down, no tattoos, piercings, no colored hair. I could really care less. Just do your job, girl, and we good. Yeah, I agree. Like, though that a lot of those ideas are examples of things that I think actually will go away with time. It's some things that people be like, yeah, it's gonna go away, and I'd be like, no. Like racism, I'd be like, no, racism's not just gonna like go away. But like social norms about like appearance and stuff like that, I think do change over time. And like ideas about like productivity and all that stuff. They do have a movie where a black guy and a white guy are chained together. This must be the girl version. She bitter. I felt that slap in my heart. How long are they going to keep fighting? They really have to be getting tired. The fact that you always have to be working. You can't be idle even without customers. Find something to do. It's like how? They just wearing each other out like little kids. Right. I would have been like, is you done or is you finished? Pam had the best tits in the game. When I worked at UPS, they wouldn't give us a break and had no clocks there. Only supervisors could wear watches or have phones, so I quit after like 3 days. What? So they want you to like lose fucking track of all time? We prayed that you would. Happy employees do better work. Don't they get that? The Kroger that I worked at, I was in the bathroom with the head chef, and he didn't wash his hands. Oh, he made Thanksgiving for all the employees. I didn't eat that shit. Justin, you've had a lot of jobs. He's always talking about all his jobs that he's had. I felt that slap all the way in California. How did they get these clothes on while chained? That's movie magic, Roderick. Our work standards are relics from slavery. Employees are considered property. Oh, can't be marked up or blemished. They did that at FedEx too. They are electrocuting her. You lose track of time to keep you on and pay you less. I just don't believe in staying at a shitty job. Is the driver drinking while driving? He was definitely drinking while driving. I hate when I see someone coming out of the bathroom and don't wash their hands. Whites are the biggest perpetrators. My last boss wanted you working at every single moment, but he was in his mid-70s, so I guess it was to be expected. A lot of jobs have that. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean mentality. Yeah. Damn, he's really torturing them. Right, he's like really torturing them. You'd be surprised at how many folks don't wash their hands. I damn near keep Purell in a flask. Remember that Martin episode where old Otis had to relieve a washroom employee? The white guy came out the stall and didn't wash his hands. And Otis told him he's the reason for diseases. It is. People don't be washing their hands. A lot of people don't wash their hands. They don't think it's necessary. I don't know why you would believe that it's unnecessary to wash your hands, but they do. This man is just like sitting here with his like feet all up because he had this girl fucking giving him a pedicure while he was torturing this other girl, had her hooked up to a battery, electrocuting her ass. The 70s was wild. Right. We could just leave it at that. He's all calm about it. Dude is a sociopath. Dude wanted to make room in the office to hire his son at the top of the year. So he gave me a deadline on a project I had no hope of meeting. Then reneged on it. Reneged, how do you pronounce that? On it 2 weeks early and fired me anyway. Wow. Or people don't wash their hands. They just rinse them and then shake it out like a dog. White people definitely do that. I constantly wash my hands, especially when I'm cooking. 119, we better go down the rabbit hole of white nastiness again. I can't. Hi, we're watching Black Mama, White Mama. It's on YouTube. I'm at 33 minutes and 5 seconds. Some wild shit just happened. He was electrocuting this chick. Oh my God, this dude is drunk. Oh, whoa, it's falling. He just saw that they're chained together. Thank you, Pam girl. I would have been knocked this dude over the head and kicked his ass out as soon as I saw he was drunk. That's gross. I have to wash my hands. This lady that I work with says she does not shower every day. She said that if she comes home and wants to get intimate, a shower would ruin the moment. How would a shower ruin the moment? But a lot of people don't shower every day, which we definitely talked about. Why people don't shower every day? They think showering every day is bad for you. Why people be excited to tell you they didn't shower that day? Yeah, Blaxploitation era. This movie's from like 73. It was suggested after we watched The Arena last week, which was like 74. I Clorox wipe my keyboard at work every other day just to be sure when your coworkers are non-black. Some of them ignore the sink like they ignore racism. A lot of people are just like very casual about like cleanliness. Hi, Davey. Yeah, the rebels. There's a lot of people that are just very casual about cleanliness. Like, whatever, who cares? Showering every day is bad for you. It messes with your body's natural oils. That is not true. Everybody doesn't even have the same body chemistry. Like, some people have more dry skin. Some people have more oily skin. Some people need more showers. Like, that's not true. That is like a skin urban legend. I used to work at fucking Origins, which is like a skin place. It's like owned by Lancome, and we used to have to do these like trainings every month, learning about like skin and like skin properties. So like I know for a fact that is not true. Yes, it's a popular myth. It's not true. It is not true. Why people don't shower every day, but they wash their hair every day. Now that, I have seen that firsthand, is very weird. It's like, you think your hair is dirty, but your skin and body is fine? Your skin and your body went the exact same places your hair went, right? So how can your hair need to be washed, but not your skin and your body? It is cool that this is like set in Vietnam. It's very interesting. Hand sanitizer is mandatory now. Laughing my ass off at I don't see color or soap. I wash my hands or use sanitizer when I get out of the train. It's a popular myth. Here comes Gary, mainlander nonsense. Infected beings. Can we make a movie about that? A parody of non-cleansing and how whites perpetuate it. I don't know how you grab your dick, piss, and walk out without washing your hands. That's how they all kept dying from the Black Plague. They still haven't learned. Yeah, from not hand washing, taking shower. I mean, there was no showers, but like bathing from not. Oh, some real nuns. Some real nuns got on. Some real nuns got on. Showering every day is essential to your hair, pores, skin, everything. And also the soap we use makes all the difference. You know, when I was in DR, there were a lot of nuns everywhere. Like, I saw several nuns. It's the right way for me, baby. I'd be like, bitch, you could kill me then. I'd be like, bitch, go ahead and kill me and drag my dead body around since we chained together, ho. Pam Grier said, quit jiving me, then crossed herself. So quit jiving me, bitch. If you have oily skin more often, so people with dry skin shower less often. I take at least 2 showers a day. When I was a kid, I had really bad eczema. I still have it, but it was worse then. My doctor told my mom not to let me shower every day. I still did and still do. And eczema is like dry skin. It really does depend. It really does depend. That's sort of the thing about skin. We have a lot of ideas about skin that's just like do this, do that, without people like taking their own like skin type into consideration. You really have to take your own skin type into consideration. Otherwise, you're going to be like, I don't understand like why this is happening, why that's happening. Like if you have combination skin that's more oily, you should probably shower. If you have oily skin, you should probably shower. It is true that if you have drier skin, Pam Grier, wow, they beat that man with a guitar. If you have drier skin, you probably can shower less. I would still advise showering every day. Just make sure you use a moisturizer. I used to have this Origins anti-aging face cream, but the Origins store closed down in the mall. You can probably still get it online. So it is the Philippines. Oh crap, real nuns. I don't see color or soap. My grandma used to tell people they smell like outside. Look at them real nuns. Right, bitch. Who put your ass in charge? I would have said the same thing. Bitch. Yeah. What have you done for me lately? They better start fighting again. Look, Pam Grier, she cocked that hand back like, bitch, we could fight again. Almost went to jail for attacking a nun's car. How did that work? Sister, you talk about murder? How Christianly is that? Nuns are only Catholics, right? Now that part I don't know. I know that there are mostly Catholic. There's only one scent, the human scent. White people in all these skincare commercials. Bitch, you don't need no Proactive. Just wash your fucking face. Wait, why you said you're tripping, Clarissa? Did I miss something? I don't like cops, and cops don't like me, so why should I help you? Look at this man's shirt. What is this? Is it a floral? His homie got on a pink button-up with chaps? Me too, I have dry skin. You need to moisturize. Right, she stomped his ass. You saw that, Raise the Kratom girl. Everyone is different and reacts differently to certain things. Everything is hypothetical until you apply it to yourself. And white people tend to have oily skin. Like, on average, most of them have oily skin. But they be the main ones talk about something you don't have to shower every day. And then they used to come in my shop, Origins, like, all broken out. And I used to be like, you should at least try to wash your face every day and see if it will make a difference. And they'd be like, well, I was told you're not supposed to wash your face every day. It's bad for you. And I would be like, but look at your skin. Obviously, whatever you doing isn't working. Your skin don't like it. But whatever. I have dry skin. That hot water tears my ass up. I have to moisturize. But what have you done for me lately? Smelling like outside is a thing. You got to get around some kids when you're older to know what it is. If you sweat a lot, please shower every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Yeah, like if you work out, like so many things come into play as well about like that type of thing. Like if you sweat a lot, which some people do, if you work out in the morning, like I know somebody that at their job, they have a gym. And they were like that people, white people. They be going to the gym in the morning and then work out and then don't take a shower and then they just put their work clothes back on and then they just be walking around the office. No, they're wash your ass. Wash your ass. I beg of you. Wash your ass. That shirt and mustache is 1970s as fuck. He taking over their pool game. I didn't know washing your face without soap was a thing either. People who act like we're disgusting for not washing our hair daily and think that means we don't shower. That's more... It's like white people will wash their hair every day, but they won't shower. Black people will shower every day, but we won't wash our hair every day. And they'll be like, that's gross. You did mention it, Mulatto. I think I mentioned this before, but I knew a white girl who says she doesn't like washing her hair often because she likes the greasy feel. They fucking robbing them, eating their food. I've seen so many movies and TV shows where people got robbed while they were fucking. This shit will make you paranoid. Like, am I gonna get robbed? The true definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. I wash my face with soap and then put some lotion on it. I don't wear makeup very often. It makes me break out. I wash my face every day, but I don't exfoliate daily. Yeah. Now, exfoliating is something you're actually not supposed to do every day. You're not supposed to exfoliate every day. Especially, like, depending on what exfoliant you use. They'll say, like, oh, gentle enough for everyday use. But, like, technically exfoliation is, like, stripping the top layer of skin. And you're supposed to, like, give your face time to, like, regenerate in between exfoliations. Even ones that say daily use, I would only use every other day. And, like, really heavy ones that are for, like, really intense exfoliation, I would only use once a week. Me personally. Origins has, like, a really good exfoliant, but it's, like, $75. So, once I no longer work there and could get it for free, I stopped using it. But I did used to love it. No showering after the gym, not even a whole bath. A whole bath, not even a bird bath, as Janet Jackson says. I wash my face twice a day in winter, 3 times in the summer. Varies during the spring and fall. Yeah. I used to think people who said they didn't shower every day were talking about taking whole baths, but no, they actually weren't even cleaning the smelly parts. White people understand their dogs need to be bathed daily, but not themselves. Yeah. Oh, you're behind, Monica? Let me give y'all a time check just in case. Time check, 46 minutes and 35 seconds. I used raw African soap and used the aloe vera gel for a mask. Oh, somebody got blocked. I don't know who Mark is, I don't think, but I'll unhide him just to see, because I missed the message. Oh, you don't need to shower if you're vegan? Mark, were you being serious or were you being sarcastic? I unblocked you so you could clarify. You said you don't need to shower if you're vegan? Hopefully you were being sarcastic. There's this other soap. I see you guys talking about Dr. Bronner's. There's this other soap. I think it's called Dr. Woods. I want to say it's called Dr. Woods. That is like a similar... This is disgusting. He's making this girl lick his stomach. Ew. Right, like, ew, what? That shit made me lose my fucking train of thought. Oh, the soap. If you like Dr. Bronner's, there's this other soap called Dr. Woods. That's like a similar product, but it's black owned. I've been meaning to try it. It's owned by the son of the woman that runs Sylvia's restaurant in New York. Vegans don't sweat. Vegans don't need to breathe. Ew, his hairy chest and she's licking it. Ew, with her tongue. Gross. This guy's disgusting. Well. They be drinking, too, in these 70s movies. They be getting drunk. Vegans have superpowers, like in Scott Pilgrim. I just watched Scott Pilgrim the other day on Netflix. Vegan powers. Vegan just makes you better than anyone else. And then he lost his vegan powers. The vegan police came. Vegans are metahumans and don't need water either. Vegans don't produce sweat. Yuck, a tongue bath. Vegan shit don't stink. Vegans fart all fucking day. I know, I was one. Vegans don't have to have bowel movements. Vegans don't bleed blood. Yeah, block mark. 50 Cent survived 9 shots because he's vegan. Vegans don't feel bullets. Vegan powered. Ew. Fat bastard. I guess that's the excuse to not wash your ass, your diet. Ew. Oh, she stabbed him. She killed him. This blood, the way they keep depicting blood is great. I see everybody tired of these vegans. Y'all out of control. I'm a vegan, but these concepts are insane. I used to fart all day and shit 5 times a day. Makes sense why vegans don't use deodorant. Because vegans don't sweat. Now, you know something I did 100% see somebody say that really had me like, whoa, y'all are on some next level shit? One of those Hotep vegans on YouTube. This girl was like, if you go vegan, you won't get your period. And she was like, if you go vegan, you won't get your period anymore because it was something about how like periods are unnatural and periods come from eating meat and something about blood and the blood of the meat and the something blood, some shit there. And so she was like, if you go vegan, you won't get a period anymore. I was like, what? I was like, if you stop getting your period because you're vegan, that probably means that you're not getting enough nutrients. Because that's just like when you're bulimic or anorexic, or when you're like on a very strict diet and you're underweight. Like I've heard this happens a lot with like ballerinas, like ballet dancers and like gymnasts and stuff like that. Your period will stop because you don't have enough like certain types of nutrients in your body, especially like iron and stuff like that. You don't have enough nutrients in your body. So your body like stops giving you a period because of like the production of like what's going on with your body. So I feel like if you go vegan, especially like raw vegan, and you're not getting like certain types of stuff in your diet and you're underweight and your nutrients are off and your period stops, that makes sense. It's not healthy though. That's not healthy. But that wasn't even her logic. Her logic was like some shit about the blood. The blood of the meat is what causes you to have your period. I was like, what? You just made that up. That's not true. Vegans don't fart. Vegans don't need to bathe every day. Oh, you like the Moni Squared soap? I'm glad. Have sensitive skin. Seren got me on Moni Squared soap, which gave me no issues. I really like that soap. I have to use liquid body soap from Whole Foods with no fragrance. Everything else I've tried gave me rashes. Some white vegan beliefs. I heard that too. It's crazy how people turn opinions into facts. That's Hotep logic. Many raw vegans' period stops. You won't have enough fat on your body to kick in the cycle. Yeah, you have to have a certain amount of fat, body fat. It's like certain things have to happen for you to get a period. I heard that too. Won't get my period is going vegan, make me infertile. The period thing is a conspiracy. They say black women didn't have periods in Africa. They advocate for eating just berries. The only way you stop getting your period is when you're severely underweight. So, of course, the period stops. I've been vegan for 5 minutes and 32 seconds. How long before I could levitate? It might reduce the heavy flow, but I know for a fact, I know vegans that get periods. If your period stops after you go vegan, you're probably underweight and don't have enough body fat to support carrying a baby. The vegan hysteria on Tumblr is cray-cray. That's why I first heard that. Or if you're too overweight, your period will stop also. Yes, it happens especially in adolescent athletes. Vegans don't get periods because vegans asexually reproduce. Mar. Hi, Luciano. Vegans asexually reproduce. Yeah, that sounds like some type of deficiency. It has to be something with the vegan diet that causes some people to lose their minds. If your period stops, you need to go to the doctor. We're watching Black Mama, White Mama on YouTube. 55 minutes and 22 seconds in. I like this van this dude is driving. Or bus, whatever it is. He just hopped out. It didn't even stop. Doesn't that happen to those women who do intense muscle building? They miss periods. Yeah, like when you do like certain things to your body. That's why I said I know for a fact it can happen with like gymnasts and like ballerinas that are like on a very strict diet to like keep a really particular weight and to like keep themselves like small because like the body fat. And it can happen to women that like do bodybuilding. Anything where you fuck around with your diet that like affects your nutrients, it affects your body mass, your body fat. That stuff is going to affect your period. It's not because periods are bad and evil and dirty. And since you went vegan, now you have cleansed your body and so you no longer get a dirty, disgusting woman period. It's like a lot of that type of like talk. No, I'm in my 20s. I'm supposed to get my period, as annoyed as I am with it. I know a hotep in real life who became a raw vegan, and she had all these supplements with her, and I'm like, are you okay? Money Square soap is bomb. I recommend it all day. Yeah, it's my favorite soap. That dude in the cowboy hat be in a lot of Rob Zombie movies. All this vegan talk is giving me an idea to make a spoof comic or short story about vegans who have mutant-like powers. Davey, have you never seen Scott Pilgrim? Have you never seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Seen that movie or read you probably haven't read it, but if you've never seen it, it's on Netflix. And that's like something that happens in Scott Pilgrim is that the girl Envy is like dating, well, not to get too into it, but her boyfriend is vegan, Todd, and Todd has fucking vegan powers. Like he has vegan powers. But then the vegan police come and they take his powers away. He peed on himself. Vegans reproduce by mitosis. I didn't have a period for a year due to stress. Any negative change in my life and my period be like, all right, sis, I'll be back when you get your shit together. I just became a vegetarian 2 days ago. You're going to get your vegetarian powers any moment now. I stopped eating meat, but now I don't feel that fullness after eating like when I eat meat. But it's weird because I'm not hungry. He definitely made them disrobe. Yeah, I like Scott Pilgrim. Mamma mia! I did gymnastics and all manner of sports when I was younger, and I still got my period. It was just super light and lasted for like 3 days. You need more calories. My mom told me not to listen to my coach. Yeah, they be like on some don't eat calories, stay small, and then you don't get a period for like 5 years and you wonder what happened. Because he ate chicken. He ate chicken parm! He ate chicken parm and he ate gelato. They were like on such and such day, you knowingly ingested gelato. He was like, gelato isn't vegan? Milk and eggs, bitch. And then he was like, well, don't I get another chance? And then they were like, on some other day, you knowingly ingested chicken parm. She was like, oh, Envy was shocked. This nigga Todd, chicken parm isn't vegan? Vegan powers. And the vegan police. Yay! Mar, everybody hated Scott Pilgrim. That movie was way ahead of its time. And it was awesome. People hated it when it came out. They thought it was weird. People talk about it a different type of way now. But at the time, everyone hated it. And I've always loved Scott Pilgrim. That movie's great. That movie wasn't whack. She dragging her all the way back to the other side of the island. Scott Pilgrim is underrated. That dog ain't shit. Envy is now Captain Marvel. I mean, Envy has done a few movies between Captain Marvel and Scott Pilgrim. She won the Best Actress Oscar for Room. Which was great. Room. It was a good movie. She been in a bunch of shit. Brie Larson. She's been in a shit ton of movies. I love the shot transitions in Scott Pilgrim. I really liked Scott Pilgrim at the time. Michael Cera is just the right level of corny. Room was good. It's going well. Still eat dairy and egg products. Plan to stop that in the future. Oh, from your vegetarianism? Wasn't what on an episode of SVU Vegan Powers? She was eating pussy. Is that vegan? Hate how Knives was treated. I hate that it upholds white women as the only ones worth fighting for. I mean, okay. I would highly disagree that that's the point, but if that's what you took away from the movie, you're entitled to your opinion. But the filming and shots were great. The whole point of the movie is definitely not that white women are the only ones worth fighting for. The point of the movie is actually that Scott is a fucking dick. Like, he's an asshole that cheated on Knives. I mean, and technically he cheated on Ramona also, because he was dating both of them at once. And that Knives is actually way better than Scott, which she even says several times at the end of the movie that she's like too good for him. So, I mean, if you get that's the point, then why would you say you hate that it upholds white women as the only ones worth fighting for? Like, that didn't happen. But like I said, if that's what you got from the movie, you're entitled to your opinion. Eating pussy isn't vegan. Eating pussy definitely isn't vegan. I really liked Michael Cera, where him and Jesse Eisenberg not allowed to have a career at the same time. You know, white people love picking they it person. And at first it was Michael Cera. And then Jesse Eisenberg, like, came in with The Social Network and, like, blew up and, like, took over that little spot. Speaking of Michael Cera, where is he? That was my dude. Superbad, Juno, Shorty Had Hits. Disappointed in Captain Marvel. Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers. I have nothing to give. I saw that episode of SVU where the girl lost her period from being a gymnast. Knives didn't deserve what Scott did to her. And the movie doesn't imply that she did deserve it. The movie is about how Scott is an asshole. Like, Scott is an asshole. He's a wannabe Player Jerky Jerk. It's on Netflix. Oh my God, she's riding him like a horse. These people are bugging out in this movie. Scott Pilgrim is a shit. Somebody say eating pussy is definitely not vegan. It's definitely not. I hate it because I hate Scott. Well, hating Scott is totally fine. Can vegans drink? Do they have their own versions of vegan cognac and whiskey? I think it depends. Hi, Chris. I'll never have vegan powers, and I'm real cool with that. Scott Pilgrim is the shit. Jaren. I didn't like Scott Pilgrim. I watched it. I liked the concept, but I think at that point I was over Michael Cera. The dude was boring. It did happen. It happened from Scott's perspective. And everyone else is also in the movie telling Scott that he's a fucking dick. Literally everyone. Literally every single person. Like, the movie is not framed like as if Ramona is like meant to be upheld over knives. The movie is framed that Scott is an asshole and he has no self-awareness. And everybody around him is telling him that he's a piece of shit that's treating people like shit. And that he's treating knives like shit. Like, it's made very clear. And by the end, not, like, Knives knows that she's fucking too good for that asshole. She's, like, gained self-respect. As did Scott. Scott also earned the power of self-respect. As did Ramona, in a way. She got to get away from Gideon's weird ass. The shit is not about, like, anybody being put up on a pedestal. I feel like that's not the point of the movie. Actually, the irony of the movie is that, like, even the irony of the movie is that he feels like Ramona is meant to be put up on a pedestal, but it turns out that this bitch has, like, 7 evil exes that are trying to fucking kill him. So, like, obviously, the bitch came with a lot of fucking baggage. Hi, Warren. For real, Scott was an asshole. Like, if you don't want to be with her, break it off. No, I didn't, and I'm removing this comment because I don't have nothing to give that white chick queen. This black vest in this tropical climate. Seren, that's the weird shit people gotta do to get Oscars. Right? I saw you on Instagram. Like, they was talking about the Oscars, and I was just like, I really don't even care about the Oscars. Like, the Oscars is some trash. Anyway, we're watching Black Mama, White Mama. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I hit the iPad. We're quite far into it now. Scott is an asshole, and I didn't like the movie because of how close it was to the experience that many women face, especially women of color. I guess I felt triggered by it. Well, like I said, that's your prerogative. I mean, we could also talk about why do fucking East Asian women chase white men if we want to start talking about some real life shit with regards to that movie. Why do East Asian women put white men up on a pedestal? Y'all know that's the #1 interracial fucking pairing in the United States is East Asian women and white men. They love them some fucking white penis. But I don't look at the movie from that type of perspective, me personally. Scott is an asshole. That's why he couldn't defeat the final boss until he got the power of self-respect. Right. Like, Scott, the whole point is that Scott is a dick that treats people like shit. That's why in the first go-around, he got killed by Gideon. He had the power of love sword, but the power of love wasn't nothing. It wasn't even worth anything because Scott was a liar. And his whole relationship with Ramona was based on lies. And his whole relationship was not with Knives was some shit. And he was an asshole. That's why he got killed. Like, that was the whole point of the movie, to show that Scott is a dick. Like, don't be like him. Like, Scott is broke. He's sharing the bed with Wally and all of Wally's boyfriends. He's going around being a dick to people. Like, Scott is not, like, supposed to be the man or anything like that. Look at all this pre-cut wig hair. Scott Pilgrim was dope. I used to get Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg mixed up. That's one of the things I liked about the film. Scott was a jerk, and the film addressed it and didn't let him get away with it. I'm saying if that's the reason why you didn't like the movie, the very first thing I said to you was that's fine. It's your prerogative. But I think it's that's not the perspective that I take. I'm not going to call your perspective weird, but that's not the perspective that I took. It wasn't the point of the movie. You were personally triggered by it for your own personal reasons that had nothing to do with the actual film. And that's just my opinion. They like that green card and that white money. That's why Asian women like them, that white dick. Yeah, I hate talking about these people. I'm removing all these comments because no free promo for these people. If people like rewatch, everyone became better for themselves in the end. Ramona, Scott, and Knives. Shootout. If only you could have 2 lives in case you die. Oopsies. Scott was a 20-something-year-old dating a teenager in high school. Right, like, that shit was creepy. Scott was, like, 21 or 22, dating Knives. And everybody was like, Scott, that's fucking weird and creepy. Like, you're a fucking creep, Scott. Scott, if your life had a face, I would punch it. Like, Scott is a dick. Like, ew, Scott. Finally. Okay, and that's cool. You are entitled to your 8th grade perspective, and I'm entitled to my perspective. And you're entitled to say what you think, and I'm entitled to say what I think in response. I think you have a skewed perspective that's not actually based on the movie. That's my opinion. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. The very first thing I said in response to you was, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it, but I don't agree. And we just saying the same thing repeatedly. I wonder what that 70s blood is made out of. It's like high-key orange. Scott, you're the salt of the earth. Thanks, Kim. Kim, I meant scum. Thanks, Kim. Even though salt of the earth made sense too. His deep V-neck jean vest. Would you rather have one life spanning 1,000 years or 10 100-year lifespans? So, like, you get to 100 and then die and then come back? Are you... That's a good question. I have to think about that. I'm screenshotting so I could think about it. That blood is red, red. Would I remember each life in the 100-year one? Yeah, I was like, I have some questions. Would I remember each life in the 100-year one? Would I age 1,000 years too? Yeah, those are definitely some nasty ass mangoes. Sorry, nasty to me. I would do 10 100-year lifespans. Do you keep aging? Do you so is it like you get to 100 and then you die and then you like start over again as a baby? Versus you live 1,000 years? Yeah, do you become old? Are you like a super old elderly person at 1,000? Are you or is it like you get to like 25 and then you just like stay that age until you like hit 1,000 years and then die? Probably 10 100-year lifespans. Oh, you remember everything but you start over as an infant. So do you, okay, so I have another question. So do you have adult consciousness inside of like your baby body? Because I don't think I'd want that. That should probably be extremely frustrating. These bitches are still chained together. That is a very deep V denim vest. Listen, Linda. I'm gonna say that that's like the new thing to say to white bitches. Listen, Linda. Yeah, her name is Lee Daniels. I saw that. Finally! Now she used to the bitch being around. That's a good question. That's a good question. Mulatto talking about them Asians. Mangoes. It seems like most people will go with the 10 100-year lifespan. Sorry. I keep hitting I'm like pushing it too hard. I'm pushing it too hard while I'm scrolling. Sorry. That's why it keeps falling. Adult consciousness in a baby body is normal. Have you ever said this baby act like he'd been here before? Yeah, I mean, and I know they sort of like theorize about that in the movie Baby Geniuses, where they talk about how like babies have like all this knowledge. They have like all the knowledge of the universe until they like hit a certain age, like 2 years old or something like that. And once they start talking, and then they like lose all of it. If I age like Bianca Lawson, I'll take the 1,000 years. You never heard of Vanilla Sky, Queen? How old are y'all? You never heard of Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman? Y'all never heard of this movie? I remember when Vanilla Sky was in the theaters. I mean, I definitely wasn't old enough to watch it, but I've heard of it. I remember it. It was like a big deal when that movie came out. They got divorced. They fucking got divorced right after that shit came out. Ain't that something? You can't stand the person you're with, but then you get used to them over time. Yes, you spend 9, 10 childhoods as an old-ass person trapped in an adolescent body till you come out of age 18. But when you're that old, what's 2 decades? I don't know. See, that kind of makes me think of Twilight. How every time they move, they start over in high school. And how they have, like, the graduation caps is, like, the joke. Because they're like, oh, we matriculate a lot. And then Bella's like, that's kind of depressing. Like, doing high school over and over. And, like, being a kid over and over. Like, and I had, like, a really good, happy childhood. And, like, young adulthood and, like, teenage years. But, like, I wouldn't want to be a kid again. Like, people, like, now, I would like to be an adult without my adult responsibilities. For sure. But I wouldn't necessarily want to be a kid again. I don't know. I don't want to live 10,000 years in one lifespan. I'd probably try to kill myself. What's the point of living if everybody I know is dead? An adult consciousness as a baby would be horrifying. Yeah, I think adult consciousness as a baby would be fucking horrifying. I think I agree with you, Panda. Davey said, I think they're also vegan. Are these part of the vegan tales? You're going to go vegan and then you could live for 10,000 years? Or you can pick 10 1,000 year lifespans. These are part of the vegan powers. I'm not annoyed at you stating your opinion, Melanated Mermaid. I have not been annoyed with you stating your opinion. I'm talking to you exactly the same as I always talk during the chat. Like, what are you talking about? You seem to have an issue with me saying what I think about it. We have already moved past it and you're still talking about it. So who's the one that's annoyed, me or you? If I was annoyed with you, I'd actually have already blocked you by now. But you still talking. The adult consciousness in a child's body would not be fun because you would never fit in. I'd rather restart at 20. 10 100-year lifespans if I had to. Are we reincarnated into another life or do we retain the memories of past lives? Of course, this also means 10 deaths. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to die. Yeah, Nicole was in that movie. Ooh. They had did a bunch of movies together. They did Eyes Wide Shut too. And I think they did another one too. And then right after that, they got divorced. The perspective of having died 10 times could be interesting if you remember them. I would do 1,000 years, but only if I could freeze my age and stay that age as long as I want to. I believe that babies do have all that knowledge. They should just be in college, get degrees. I read a Harry Potter fanfic about constant reincarnation. Harry went insane. Being an adult without adult responsibilities is being white with money. Ooh, they shooting. That teenager shit was stressful. That's some Black Mirror shit. I would definitely redo high school. It's a couple hoes I forgot to smack, but after that, no bueno. Monica said this vegan gag is killing me. What if you had to keep reliving your kid years like in Groundhog Day? No, thank you. I'd restart at 18. Vegan privilege. Listen, Linda. Consider the time periods you would grow up in. One life might be shaped by growing up in poverty, another by prosperity. I have another question. So, can you, like, survive things? Like, are you going to live to be 100 no matter what? Or can you die in that 100-year time frame? And then if you die, you'll just, like, let's say you get in a car accident or something and you die. And you haven't reached your 100 yet. Are you going to, like, come back and finish out your 100 years? Or are you going to, like, jump into the next life? Like, the next 100-year set? How does it work? I like this concept. I'm really thinking about it. Oh, shit. They killed, Rapunzel. She did. Highlander is like how I want immortality, a constant battle. At least I have something to do waiting for someone to kill me. Let's go. Restart at 18. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. 119 films. Restart at 18, then go back to 18 after hitting 40. Well, I've said several times that I'm not mad either, and yet here we are still talking about it. Like, you had your opinion. Like, we've talked about 30 different things since the Scott Pilgrim thing. You had your opinion on it. I gave you my response to it. You continue to reiterate that that's how you feel. Like, I said something about how you feel. Honestly, I really don't give a fuck about how you feel. Like, I don't care that 8th grade you didn't like Scott Pilgrim. I really don't. I just made my point that your initial comment was that the movie made it seem like white women were the only ones meant to be put on a pedestal. I said that was not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is that Scott is an asshole. If that's what you took from the movie, you're entitled to your opinion, as I'm sure I've said at least 5 times now. You want to continue talking about it like I care, and I don't. There was an old white chick at my job named Linda, and she was messy and grumpy as mean as hell. Right, Davey, can you die prematurely? Right, like In Time. I liked In Time a lot. They had clocks on their wrists that counted down how much time they had, but they stopped aging at 25. Rollover lifespan. That sounds like being immortal. The danger of being immortal is that your ass will get trapped somewhere and be stuck. Are all the lives going to be connected? Yeah, what happens if you break your leg? Does it come back when you re-hit the 100? "25 will be a good age to stop aging past all the messy adolescence." You should watch it, Racy Crandom girl. If you die prematurely, you reincarnate again, but the remaining years carry over into another life. Okay, so the remaining years carry over into another life. Got it. So that is like rollover life minutes. But the remaining years carry over into another life, but you have to be killed. If you die of natural causes, it will be at age 100. At least Pam made it. That would suck if you couldn't finish it out. Like, I wouldn't get sick at 3, die, then come back, die in a car accident at 10. So you can't bank your years. What if you're disfigured or a vegetable, have to live that way for 40 years? The movie just went off. Pam survives everything. The white girl lived in the one last week. Somebody said next week they want to watch Cleopatra Jones, which is fine. We can do that. So, okay, I have another question. Would it also be like in Edge of Tomorrow, where if you want to die, like let's say you break your leg and you don't want to deal with like your leg healing or whatever, can you kill yourself and be reincarnated back into the life that you're in right now? You get what I'm saying? Or if you kill yourself, are you just dead? Do you like not get to access any of the other lives if you kill yourself? I really liked Edge of Tomorrow. That's another movie that was like really underrated. That's like a really good movie and like really interesting in terms of like time travel, like the concept of like time travel and like multiple lives, in my opinion. I did like it, Just Nickel. I like that Pam lived. It would suck if you couldn't finish it out, like get sick at 3 and then die and then come back. I did like it. Yeah, it was good. And are you the same person or are you reincarnated as someone else? You keep nothing from your old life except knowledge and memories. You do, however, have the choice to choose your next ethnicity, so don't worry, you won't be forced to be white if you don't want. Or if you live for the whole 1,000 years, do you get really old? I mean, 10,000 years or whatever. Do you get really old? Do you get really old? Or I think it was 1,000. Do you get really old? If you don't get really old, I might pick the 1,000 years just because. I have something in my eye. Yeah, like, do you keep aging? I mean, I guess to keep coming back and, like, living the 100-year lifespan would probably make more sense from, like, a practical standpoint. Because it's like you're living a regular lifespan. You're just repeating it over and over. Yeah, like, do you become one big wrinkle? Right. I haven't watched Altered Carbon, but I've been meaning to. Did you watch it, Real Trini? Did you like it? No, I have not seen Glass, and we have not talked about it, and we're not going to talk about it because I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see any spoilers. Thank you. I did start You. Raisins are delicious, and we're not about to start talking about raisins either. I did start it. I watched, like, the first 4 episodes. I don't know. It's, like, very weird and creepy. It's very weird and creepy. If you go the 1,000-year route, you age super slowly. I beat you, Owen. You age super slowly, but you will still eventually get old. I kind of like the idea of, like, living in a 1,000-year shot a little bit. Like Tuck Everlasting. Or, yeah, like Wolverine. I like Wolverine. We already said we're going to watch Cleopatra Jones next week, but if you want, we can do The Great Debaters after that. I mean, I think you would get tired, You'd probably get tired around, like, I could rock living for 1,000 years if I didn't age past a certain number. No, not a double feature. Not a double feature. I meant Cleopatra Jones and then The Great Debaters the week after that. Not a double feature. 1,000 years of humanity. I don't know. I'm fed up with mankind now. But, I mean, if you did the 100 year, it would be the same amount of time. It would still be 1,000 years of humanity. So, I feel like that's not, for me personally, that's not, like, the humanity thing isn't. And you don't have to be around humanity. I feel like you don't have to be around humanity, like, if you have lived a really long time. You've probably... Another reason why I would also like doing the 1,000 years is because that would give me more time to accumulate things. Because it's not like it'd be a new life every single time. I'd be able to, like, accumulate, like, wealth a little bit better. And if I wanted land, if I wanted things, I'd be able to, like, accumulate it. And then if I want to go, like, I don't have to be around humans if I don't want. I could just, like, chill, like, spend my time how I want. Starting over and having that, like, reset button. I don't know about that. I don't know about the reset button. Tuck Everlasting brings back memories. Source Code is a great one, too. Humanity isn't a deterrent. For me, Wolverine's healing factor would be dope. Yeah, I'd rather do the 1,000 years, because if I kept dying and coming back, it would be like being stuck in a continuous loop. I kind of like everything all at once. You will have time to get super rich for sure. I would be on some Vandal Savage shit, not conquering, but building my own shit and accumulate wealth, power, etc. for black folks. Yeah, like 1,000 years straight shot where I don't have to be a kid again. That's what I mean when I say, like, the thing about being a kid. Like, you can't really do much when you're a child. Like, I don't need to be a child again. If I could be, like, 25 for 1,000 years, that's a different story. Like, I don't need to have 10 childhoods. One was enough. I get my master's and doctorates. It's a good point. Even with a 1,000 year lifespan, you could just have money in a security deposit box. Yeah, I liked Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal. Bye, Justin. It will be interesting to see the world changing. 1,000 years straight shot, the things I would do. That's true. Being a child sucks. You're completely at the mercy of the hopefully responsible adults around you. Yeah, like I wouldn't. And that's why I said that I wouldn't want to be a child with adult consciousness, which Panda has said. Panda was like, being a child with an adult consciousness sounds like torture. Like, especially if you're like in the last, like you're on your 8th, 9th, 10th life and you have to be a child again. And you have people around you that are treating you like as if you still have that like childlike consciousness, but that should probably drive me crazy. That shit would probably drive me crazy. I'd probably be like, get the fuck away from me. I think I'd have to go with the one long shot. For me personally. Yeah, you're conscious, Mar. You're conscious. You have your memories. Umi said you would have your memories of your previous life, but you would start over as a baby again. But you would still have your memories of your previous life, like your adult consciousness through your childhood, but you just start over and you have like your next 100 years and then you die. And he was like, if you die of natural causes, it will be at 100. If you die from something that's not natural, then like the years roll over to the next one. Or you could just get the 1,000 year straight shot, which I might have to go with that. Being an adult with an adult consciousness is damn near torture these days. What if the adults around you are dumb or horrible people? I was 21 when I had my son. If I was 800 and dealing with myself at 21, I murdered my parents in frustration. Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, especially the later lives, and you have people trying to tell you what to do, and you're just like, shut up, I'm 800 years old. Like, that'd be a lot. That'd be too much. Like a child vampire. Like, it's a lot. Sorry, the do-over option has to come with obvious drawbacks. Namely the 10 childhoods, 10 puberties, but it doesn't last forever. Yeah, you'd be able to avoid all mistakes you made before. Bye, Simone. I'm about to go too in a minute. Being a child with an adult consciousness could be dangerous and more damaging, especially if you're being abused by the adults because you know what's happening, but you cannot physically fend them off. Yeah, like I can see both sides. Like 10 100-year lifespans would be cool. But just like getting the time in one shot could also be pretty dope. I feel like I could probably get more done like with the long span of time. Because it's almost like having 10 childhoods again is almost like wasted time. Like, that first 18 years, you can't really do much. I'd rather have like the full shot of time. Because what does that amount to? What is that? 18 times? What is that? 180? Is that it? I can't add. Y'all know I can't add for shit. But it's just like, so is that like almost 200 years that's being taken out of my lifespan because I'm spending that time as a child? Like, I'm spending that time as a baby. I can't walk. I can't talk. And then I have to like relearn how to like do all that shit yet again. Like, my adult consciousness is there, but like my physical capabilities, if I'm a child again, are not there. That's a waste of my time. Like, I'd rather be an adult. I'd rather be an adult. Just Nickel, I think he said it's your choice, like what you come back reincarnated as, if it's a different ethnicity or gender or race. Yes, I do, Queen. I do. Yes. I mean, not like, I mean like literally, Remy. Like you literally can do more when you're an adult than you can do when you're a kid. Not in terms of like, oh, are you stuck in your way? I mean, like, you actually can do more. Like, you physically can do more. Like, you literally can do more. Not like, are you in a mindset of, can you possibly do more? Like, you actually physically can. Like, there's just certain things you physically can't do as a 3-year-old. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. You might have the will, but you physically can't. Yeah, like being able to be reincarnated as like a different gender or something like that might be cool. But I don't know, because no, that's not true. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you. There are certain things you physically cannot do as a child. I'm sorry. I don't think this is a discussion. I don't think this is a debate about like how you can develop yourself mentally. Like, there are things you physically cannot do as a child. That's it. There are things you physically can't do as a child, like that you can do it. Right, like reach the top shelf. Thank you, Crazy Random Girl. Like, reach the top shelf. There are things you physically cannot do as a child. So that would annoy me if I had an adult consciousness. That would annoy me if I had an adult consciousness, that there are things I physically can't do. Not that I don't have the will to do it, or not that I have not. What did you say about development? There's a lot you can do to develop yourself in your adolescent years. Like, no, I'm talking about physically. Like, if you come back and you have to be a baby again, you're a baby. Like, you're a baby. That's it. Like, you're a baby. You have to get through being a baby. There's physically things you can't do if you're a baby. But you have your adult consciousness, but there's physically things you can't do. That would drive me nuts, I think. Yeah, I'd live to 1,000, most definitely. Methuselah who? Like, reach the top shelf, or drive a car, or fly in a plane by yourself. I don't want to be reincarnated and try a different gender. I don't want a vagina. That's my only thing. Like, what if you decide to come back and try to be a different gender, and then you hate that shit, and now you're like trapped for 100 years. You just like waiting to die. Like, damn, can I die so I could like reset this bitch? That's why I had asked the question about, can you kill yourself? Can you kill yourself and start over? Like an Edge of Tomorrow. You can't walk the way you want as a 2-year-old. And that's like a big part of like the frustration of children, is like wanting to communicate, wanting to do things in certain ways, but they physically can't. They're not there yet. That's a big part of like kids throwing temper tantrums and stuff like that. You gotta wait for somebody to change your diaper. Nobody wants to wait until their body has developed enough strength to walk, waiting for motor functions to start working properly, breastfeeding might be traumatizing as an adult, right? With adult consciousness, like you have to wait for your motor functions to start working properly. You have to wait. There's nothing you could do. That shit would be irritating. Bye, Brittany. Some of us still need help reaching the top shelf. Yeah, trapped. Like trapped. That's like the flip side of that. Are you going to be trapped in that body for 100 years because you decided to like do these resets? That's not what's up. I mean, there's things adults physically can't do for the rest of their lives. As a reincarnate, it's only temporary, but a little person can never reach the top shelf ever. Yeah, but that still doesn't like dispute the point of like having to go through a childhood again repeatedly with an adult consciousness and wanting to do things that you physically can't do. Like, that's what I mean when I say you have to like subtract that time from the total lifespan versus just living out the full 1,000 years or whatever as an adult. You have to like subtract that kid time. You have to subtract the kid time. You have to. Because you're not just chilling. Nobody listens to a child the way they would an adult. What if you kill yourself and spend the rest of the time trapped in your dead body waiting for the restart? Yeah, see, there's like, there's a lot of variables with the having multiple lives. I think I'm good with the 1,000 years. I think I'm with Panda. I think I'm with Panda. Like, I think I'm with Panda. I'd be really concerned about being like I'm not feeling the having to be a child again. I'd be really concerned since you get to pick. Excuse me, I'd be really concerned about like picking, like if I picked a different gender and then being like, oh, this is some shit. And being like trapped in that body, like the nature of being like trapped in the body. And I can't reset until like my 100 years is up. That sounds like hell. I'd rather just have my 1,000 years with this body. This body's fine. Would you be a child for a long time? I thought it was like you get to like age 20 and then, because I'm thinking about it like Wolverine. Like Wolverine got to adulthood and then started aging really slow. No wait time. Reincarnation is immediate from your perspective. Like Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. That's a nightmare. I don't like this. Damn, I'm going to be thinking about this all day. Imagine you're 5 trying to buy liquor. When you're trapped in a body you don't want to be in, you turn into Chucky. Nah, I'm good. I'll take the straight. 10,000 years straight. Make a deal with Mephistopheles. You can't even see properly as an infant. You can't focus or have color vision. It's like that tweet where dude said, imagine being a baby and crying because your foot itches and somebody puts a pacifier in your mouth. Right! Like, you're upset. You're angry. That's like baby... Oop! Sorry. I fucking keep hitting the shit. That's like babies... I keep unplugging the thing because I'm laying on it. That's like babies that have, like, colic, right? And, like, their stomach hurts and they're constantly throwing up. Babies that have colic cry all day. But, like, until you know that your fucking baby has colic, like, until you take your baby to the doctor and the doctor, like, does the test and, like, sees the acid in their stomach and says, like, oh, they have colic, you don't know what it is. And the baby can't tell you. Like, the baby can't tell you what it is. They're just crying and crying and crying and crying. But, like, what it is that, like, their stomach hurts because they're, like, colicky. That's not cool. Like, I don't want to, like, I already went through my baby years. I don't need to be back in that phase of life. I don't need to be back in that phase of life repeatedly. Even if I will have an extended childhood with the 10,000 year lifespan or 1,000 years, whatever it is, once I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I'm an adult. And I just have like my nice 8,000 years of adulthood ahead of me or whatever, however, which is fine. 800, whatever. whatever we decided the number was. 1,000 years old, your bone's gonna be like Mr. Glass, but it might be the better option. I don't like this contract. The mutant powers kicked in at puberty. A 1,000 years straight at 25. I could do that. I'll take the extended childhood, no repeats. Yeah, I'll take the extended childhood, no repeats. I don't want no repeats. No, thank you. One and done. I'm going with the one long lifespan. But I can see why people would want the reincarnation aspect so that you could just have like 10 different like long lives. Because that would be cool. I just don't think that would be for me. Because I think being a child repeatedly would really get on my fucking nerves. Just me personally. That shit would annoy the shit out of me. But that was a good question. I'm really going to be thinking about that. Okay, and the fact that my iPad keeps falling, I'm going to take it as a sign to end this live stream. Next week, it's going to be Cleopatra Jones. And then I think the week after that, The Great Debaters. That was awesome. I'm going to really be thinking about that. With how I operate as a kid, an adult, I could never be a kid again. Yeah, that was a good question. Maybe we can like revisit this next week after everybody has had a whole week to think about it. So hold that thought.